university setting in Florida. He's doing better, but as with OCD and anybody that has OCD, you just never quite know, because sometimes the drugs work, sometimes they work for a while and they burn out on the drugs, sometimes they have side effects, sometimes they're resistant. It's just a very difficult disorder to treat, but he is doing okay. Right now, I'm in the process of packing things up. I will be leaving in probably less than about 2.5 weeks. We're going to be driving cross country, so hopefully, please keep me in your thoughts, because hopefully we can tolerate each other in the car for all the way across from Florida out to Colorado. We're going to go up through Tallahassee, then cut across, go through New Orleans, spend one day there, then go to Dallas. I think we're going to take one side trip, or Carlsberg Caverns, and then we're going to go to Santa Fe, New Mexico, and then up to Colorado. I finally found an apartment out there. The apartment situation around his college is ridiculously competitive. I secured an apartment as of 2 days ago, which is, to me, I think I have an ulcer just trying to find a place to live out there, but everything's taken care of now. I'm trying to see what else I wanted to say. Oh, and I think what I'll do is I think I may do a couple of vlogs across country. I'll try anyway. And I'm not going to be returning to normal kind of weekly videos that I used to do, but I think periodically I may just kind of throw in a favorites video or something like that, just to keep in touch with everybody. But I did want to tell everybody thank you so much for caring and just worrying about me and my son. And I would appreciate anybody, if they could just please keep my son in his thoughts. As many positive thoughts coming his way have to be beneficial, so I really would appreciate that. So what I'm going to do is I am going to Staples to pick up some storage stuff. You can come along with me and see what I got. And then I actually have, this is kind of going to be kind of a hodgepodge, mishmash, collage of clips of how I packed my jewelry, how I packed my perfumes, what perfumes I'm taking with me. I have yet to pack my makeup. That's probably going to be the last thing I do, because I still have not decided what I'm going to take makeup-wise. It's really tough for me to decide what I can and can't take, because there's only so much that can fit in my car. And also just kind of a bunch of clips of things that I know I'm going to miss about Florida, and some things I may not miss about Florida. So I will throw those in at the end. So if you want to watch, just keep sitting there and just follow along with me. So this is what I picked up today. Most of the stuff I got from Staples, except for 2 items. Other than that, everything I got from Staples. I was trying to figure out, I was thinking in my head what kind of storage I needed, but I didn't want to kind of overbuy. So I was thinking in my head what was going to go into what container. And what I thought was I got this container. I kind of like the way these slide out like drawers. So in this container, I think I am going to put medications. Most of the bottles I have will fit in here. So this will be kind of a medication transport system. And I know it seems crazy that I have that many medications along with my son, but that's sort of the way life is. So that is going to be for medications. I got a second one that I'm going to let my son, it has tape on it right now, it's closed, but it's the exact same thing as this one. I'm going to let my son keep this one in his dorm room, and he can just put his colognes in it, and that way he can have a little place for his colognes. In this container that I got, this one I think I'm going to try to put in my favorite perfumes that I want to take with me, maybe some samples, and that is what I'm going to use that one for. This one actually that has this envelope stuck in it, I'm actually going to put in, I have voucher size checks, so I'm going to put my checks in here. I'm going to put in any important papers or folders that I want to take with me with, important paperwork or identification, my little calculator that I use all the time, and maybe some markers and pens and pencils. So this is just going to be kind of an office container for anything important that's going to be going in my office. This container here is going to be my makeup container. So I'm going to put all the makeup I want to take with me. Hopefully I can jam as many things and palettes and lipsticks in here as I possibly can. So this will be my makeup container. This one that's divided off is going to be my earring and jewelry container. So I will put that back on. And then also at Staples, I got these cork boards I'm going to have. I probably could have gotten these out in Colorado, but I just wasn't sure how difficult it was going to be when I was moving him in to get this stuff. I didn't know if the bookstore was going to have this kind of small enough cork board. So I got this for him to put in his room so he can use little pins to put pictures on that he's bringing with him of family and friends. And this just has little stickies on the back inside there that you can just put on the wall. And then last but not least, I've bought these before. Sometimes they work great. I would say they work on average okay, but they're the best ones I've found so far. If anybody else has a better brand, they can let me know. These are the Ziploc space bags. I got two of these to put clothes in and hopefully deflate, and that way I can jam as many clothes as possible in the back of this car and into my suitcase. So that was it for today's trip. I think I've narrowed down what I want to take with me on my trip, and this looks like what it's going to be. I've put, right now I'm wearing one of my silver costume watches. This watch I think cost me about, I don't know, $40 or something like that. It's inexpensive. And I love this watch so much that I actually last year also got it in gold, because I go back and forth between silver and gold. So I put a gold watch in here with a crazy kind of costume gold bracelet on a chain. I've put all the earrings I think I'm going to wear or want with me, and I've put them all on little buttons to store them, which makes it really easy to keep track of the other part of the pair. In this container I have just loose bracelets. This is a big kind of silver one I love to wear, and this cuff bracelet and just a couple dangly ones, and these are all sort of beaded cuffs that I love to wear. I put those in here. And then in this last little compartment, what I did was I took just the cardboard or whatever it is on the back of paper tablets, and I cut little slices on the ends and then just kind of weaved my necklaces through them and put a little tape on the back to adhere them, and that way I can just store all my necklaces that way. They won't get all tangled up, all the ones that I want to take, and they'll be untangled and perfectly ready for when I arrive out in Colorado. I finally packed my perfume container, and it looks like I was able to stick everything in here that I wanted to. I know this looks kind of crazy to have this many perfumes to take with you on a, I don't know, semester trip, maybe 2 semester trips. But you have to understand, I like to smell different sometimes every day, and I just wanted to try to jam as many things in here as I could. So I put in kind of all my favorite scents. I have my Jennifer Aniston, I have my Chloe, and I have my Falling in Love. I think this is a Philosophy one. You can hardly see it. Everything's worn off. I have a bag of samples in this little kind of dose Ziploc baggie that you use for storing your pills when you travel. I have my, what is this one? I think this is Michael Kors. I forget the name of this one. I can't remember, but it's my Michael Kors. I like that one. And I have a couple of the Nest perfumes. I have Midnight Fleur and Paradise. My neighbor's playing basketball. That's what the pounding sound is. I have the Elizabeth and James Nirvana. And then I also have the Elizabeth and James Nirvana White. The other one was the black, obviously. This was actually an old Avon perfume. I can't remember the name of it, but I really like the smell of it. It smells like honeysuckles. And I brought some extras. Even though these aren't my favorite perfumes, I still like to switch it up a little bit. I have the Victor and Rolf Flower Bomb. I think that's what this one is. Victor and Rolf Flower Bomb. I love to say that name. I have Prada candy thrown in here. I have, this is a Tory Burch, I think. I can't remember the name. A lot of these were kind of supersized kind of samples from Sephora that I was able to get with my points. This is a Gucci Guilty. This one, I honestly can tell you I have no idea what it is. This is probably my favorite, has been my favorite cologne for the past, I don't know how many months. It's Alien. I have my Field of Flowers perfume from Philosophy. I think this is Angel. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong, but I think this is called Angel, but it's thrown in there too. And I have my Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. So that is my completed packing for my perfumes. Things I hate about Florida. Fire ants that no matter how many times you kill them will pop up somewhere else on your property and try to bite you in the toes and the ankles. But I definitely am happy to say goodbye to the fire ants. I can't take my little gerbil with me. My little baby poodle has to stay home in Florida with her daddy. And also her big sister is going to have to stay home too with daddy, and it's going to be very hard on me, but we'll do lots of FaceTime together. Oh, Mr. Lizard. The lizards and I in Florida have reached an understanding. If they stay out of my house, I will not let my dogs eat them. So I'm not going to say I really don't like them, but I don't necessarily love finding them in my closet. So far, they've been pretty good. They've stayed out of the house, so they're allowed out in my pool cage. I am going to miss my lovely lake. This is the view I look at my window when I'm having breakfast in the morning, and it's so peaceful and quiet, a great bird sanctuary, and I've taken lots of pictures and videos so I can look at it while I'm out in Colorado. This is the dashboard of my car, and I don't want to necessarily say that I hate the temperature here, but I think it'll be nice to take a break from, you know, like 81 degree weather and 82 degree weather at 10:30 in the morning or 10 o'clock in the morning. One of my favorite things about Florida are my beautiful palm trees. I love seeing them when I land at the airport, and you know, it's a toss-up between my lake or the palm trees. I honestly do love these trees so much. This is probably going to be one of the hardest things for me to have to deal with when I'm living in Colorado and not being able to look up and see these gorgeous trees that I have all over my property and all over the state, just blowing in the breeze on a windy day. I just really do love these trees. So now that I really think about it, I actually am probably going to miss more things about Florida than I really thought. Going to the beach and just watching all the wildlife was always so much fun. Fishing with my son on the beach, we always had the best time together. And we even went crabbing at night, which was really kind of crazy, but fun also. So I guess it's goodbye for a while. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.